So, you've decided to pursue a career as an indie game developer. Working from home, being your own boss, and making games, it really is a dream job. Try not to get hung up on the financial insecurity, an oversaturated market, and ever-looming threat of complete failure. A good place to start is with an education. Go to college and get a degree in something artistic or programming related. Once you've completed your degree, there's no point looking for jobs, because now you have 4 years less experience than everyone who skipped formal schooling. Looks like you'll be going the true indie route and making it on your own. Money will be tight, but that's okay. You're still perfectly qualified for the same job you had when you were 15. Picking up a job can help stave off starvation. Caffeine pills and coffee are cheap forms of sustenance, and will help counter the fact that you won't be sleeping for a few years during development. If you're an artist, take a look at the competition and see what niche you could fill. Realize you have no talent, accept your inadequacy, and take comfort in the fact that minimalist art is trendy right now, so you can get away with just about anything. Probably as minimalist as you can manage. I mean, it's good, but try and go more minimalist. Go as minimalist as you can manage. Yeah, that should do it. Now, if you're a programmer in your mid-20s, you should be all set. That 15 years of casual experience making online games will go a long way. And if you're one of those chumps who didn't start learning programming when you were 9, maybe music would be a better fit for you. You've assembled a team and are ready to start on your first game. Sit down for a few brainstorming sessions and plan out some early prototypes. After about 2 to 3 months of denial, it's time to admit you hate these people and that your vision for the end product is completely different. You can rinse and repeat this team building stage as much as you feel necessary, but I recommend at least 3 times. After a few years of floundering, it's time to either settle on a team and project, or take that stable IT job that a concerned family member casually inserted into a conversation over dinner last night. It's a year in and you've finished about 75% of your game. It's time to fire up the social media, start promotion for your studio, game, and upcoming release, and attend as many events as possible. These events are usually expensive and quite far away, so you're gonna have to be picky. If you have to pick just one, my go-to is drinking at home by myself watching old DVDs of He-Man. After generating some marginal hype, a good strategy is to delay the game 6 times and release it 2 years after originally planned. Some developers like to push games back 3 or 4 years, but 2 years seems to be the sweet spot, and fans are always super understanding of lengthy delays. At this point, you should be ready to release your first game. Setting a price can be tricky. You want to encourage impulse buyers, but you don't want to undervalue all that hard work that you put in. The market is insanely competitive and there are dozens of games released daily. A reasonable goal should be the break-even point. And if you budgeted accordingly these past 3 years, that should be around $2,000. If your break-even point was higher than that, then at least you'll have the safety net of your savings from your part-time minimum wage job. We're at that crucial point where you need to decide if indie game development is really for you. Remember to consider the sunk cost fallacy, and know that it is a fallacy. It says so right in the name. You've already put all these years in, so you should probably keep putting more years in. Relax, it'll all be okay. You'll grow to love a freezing cold apartment, ramen noodles, no social life, and scurvy. After a short vacation, somewhere in the 12 to 24 hour range, it's time to get back on that horse. You don't want to bite off anything too big right away, so in 2 months' time you can release a stupid game jam project that appeals to the YouTube crowd, and make 10 times more money than the game you just spent 3 years on. I wanted to make a video about indie game development, and as I was scripting it out, I realized it was starting to feel more and more like a casually explained video. I'm a big fan of his, so I ended up just making it a full parody of that style. I have nothing but love for his content, he's incredible, I'll have a link to his stuff. Please go check him out if you want more content like this. But you know, more well done. Otherwise, I'll put up some end cards for more content on this channel. Hopefully you find something you like.